Day 27 and the big day is finally here. Today we start the Nullarbor, 1,200 kilometres across the south of Australia. This is meant to be the most challenging part of the trip. If something goes wrong, well, you just got to be able to fix it yourself or hitchhike. Those are the two options. The Nullarbor itself has been closed more times this year than ever before, according to the visitor centre I went to yesterday. Bushfires, floods, a few accidents, but it all adds to the adventure, I suppose. Thankfully, I've driven it before. It's good to know what to expect on these roads. Day 27, Ceduna to Fowlers Bay, 140 kilometres. Start of the Nullarbor. Let's go. Made it to Penang, first stop of the day, done about 75 kilometres, another 65 to go. And as you can see, Penang is famous for its windmills. Actually home to the Comet, which is the biggest windmill in Australia. You never know what you're going to get when you watch these episodes, but I bet the biggest windmill in Australia wasn't one of them. So bit of a bizarre, odd start to the day, but yeah, no complaints so far. 65 kilometres to go to Fowlers Bay, first stop of the night. So have a quick coffee and then I'll head off. The ride in was a really nice ride in. Up until the last 10 kilometres the road was essentially a dirt road, which my bike was not made for. But other than that, not a bad day at all. Fowlers Bay, it's kind of how I remember it. Pretty little spot on the ocean, and the sand dunes, as I remember them, are pretty spectacular. So day 27 done, 23 to go. We head to Nundroo tomorrow for a relatively short day, but before that I'm just going to go watch the sunset from the sand dunes with a beer. Not a bad way to end the day and to start the Nullarbor. Sunset was pretty good. Sunrise isn't too bad either. Very, very glad I made the call to come down here. But the last 10k of the road really wasn't the best to cycle in on, so I'm probably going to just walk that section with the bike. It's only 55 kilometres today to Nundroo, so the shortest ride of the whole trip. So I can walk 10-15 kilometres with the bike, no problem. So yeah, a beautiful morning. There'll be a nice little walk to start the day, and then until we get to Nundroo. Yeah, what a place Fowlers Bay is. I've just got to the bit I've got to start walking from. It should be about 10 kilometres until I get to a cattle grid, and then I can start cycling again. You can just see all the bumps and the dirt and the grit, like it's just impossible for my tyres and my bike setup to handle. I reckon it'll take me an hour and 20, hour and 15, hour and 20 to push, because I won't be able to go too quick with all this stuff. But yeah, hopefully a nice walk. Yeah, just get to it. Finally made it to where the tarmac begins again. Very happy to see it. It took closer to 2 hours, actually just over 2 hours, so a little bit longer than expected. But thankfully the weather was nice, not too hot, and now we've got about 40 to 45 in total before the last stop of the day. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long to get there. Nothing about that cycle was exciting to report. Straight road, flat. Nundroo itself, there's not a lot here. So yeah, very, very chilled out afternoon and evening here. But another day complete. 28 days done, 4 weeks done. Wow. I just noticed that. Yeah, wow, 4 weeks. That's crazy. Just over 3 weeks to go, 22 days left, and head to the Nullabor Roadhouse tomorrow. Just about to leave Nundroo this morning. It's a nice day, a bit fresh. It should be quite nice to cycle in. It's about 140 kilometres to Nullabor Roadhouse. It should be a relatively easy flat ride on the highway the whole way. Time to head off. Just stopped at Yalata, about 50 k's in. The only main difference between today and the last couple of days is the hard shoulder has definitely got a lot smaller. Generally, if you've got nothing coming the other way, you're fine, but when you've got something coming towards you and then something behind you, there's very little space when they're passing each other. That's when your real potential issues can occur. So I'm being careful anyway, but the bike radar was definitely a helping hand. And I've also decided I'm just not listening to anything on this stretch of the journey. I don't want to be distracting myself. So a lot of hours with just me and my inner thoughts, but I think it's a good decision. We've got about 93, 94 kilometers to go. I'm just going to power through. I'll stop ever so briefly, just have a drink, but I'm just gonna go as quick as I can today. The cycling was pretty easy, pretty flat, really beautiful, despite how much of nothing there is. It's literally just miles and miles of nothingness, but still stunning. Day 3 of the Nullarbor done, day 29 done in total, 21 to go. We're leaving Nullabor Roadhouse to head to Border Village today. It's been a beautiful morning. It's about 185, 186 kilometres to get there. I also had a big decision to make. I haven't bought a single souvenir from this trip yet. I was like, I should probably get one from across the Nullarbor. And I was going to get myself a fridge magnet. And all of them pretty much said, I've crossed the Nullarbor. I'm not even halfway across yet. So I don't want to get anything to jinx it, as silly as that sounds. So I'm still souvenirless, but I will be treating myself once I get to the other end to a fridge magnet of some kind. But so yeah, it's quite a big day today, 185 kilometers, hoping for a good day. Closing in on 85 kilometers for the day so far. The landscape's barely changed for all 85 kilometers, but about another 65, 70 kilometers away there's a place called the Bunder Cliffs. I remember from last time, they look unreal. So that'll be a good spot to get to. It's only 100 kilometers to WA and the Bunder Cliffs before that. So really quick break and then I'll get back on the road. The cliffs were pretty spectacular. They really are a sight to behold. Made it to Border Village, which is literally on the border from where I'm staying. You can just about see the checkpoint, and that's where I'll be crossing over tomorrow. So yeah, a pretty good day. Pretty good day indeed. Day 30 done, 20 left to go, and tomorrow we cross the border.